All right. It's one of the bigger challenges is that I did a gig this last week and unplugged all my stuff. So it gets pretty hard to figure out where everything's at and what I did with everything, especially on my amp. And I'm going to test the sound here like I always do. All right, now you'll get to see me testing the sound because I just sat there forever and stared at the screen down here. Anyways, all right, we're going to start here. I'm going to start by a couple of sound checks with my guitar. All right, you know what? All right, now you'll get to see me. Why not? Oh, see? Way out of tune. This is one of those things that, being in the state, all the humidity on these instruments. You know what? Today I'm going to tune down the guitar half a step. A couple reasons why I do that is I do like the lower sound. Lately I've been singing with a lower pitch too. I've taken a lot of the, you don't need to hear that, taken the chunk out of my voice of like all the high stuff. It's just part of my little quest to sing, from myself. I've done a video on that in the past. 2 weeks ago, probably, I released that thing. Did a lot of content. I put out a lot of content like 2 weeks ago. Last week I only put out one video. I was like, whoops. It starts getting warm outside and I got all the stuff I got to do. But anyways, yeah, so I tuned down half a step because honestly, it makes the guitar a little easier to play on my hands. So that's never a bad thing. Making it easier on yourself when you can. Smarter, not harder. And it also has a little bit of a deeper groan to it. I've been playing acoustic a lot more, so when I pick up this thing, my ear's not as happy. So a little bit. All right. So let's skip right to what it says on the screen. I'm sitting here just talking about my guitar and everything like that, but this is the process of what it looks like to have someone that's live streaming and making content at the same time. So I'll repeat this many times because I think it's a very important aspect of anyone's development, including my own. This is a very experimental thing in general for anyone to do when they start their channel and things like that. And you get into the video side of things, you get into the lighting side of things, you get into audio, you get into a lot of things. It's a lot of stuff going on, and of course the internet and the programs that you use and the internet upload speed. So many things are happening. So what I do is, I do my best in learning as much as I can about those things, and then hit record instead of hitting record. I think that there's a fallacy in the world that has been going on for way too long. And I believe it's not very healthy for people to see the most perfect cut of anything. I think that those perfect cuts are what makes people feel inferior to themselves. And like, oh, how they do that? Wow, that's so crazy. They're just amazing. They're just born like that. It's not true. people record, and if you watch a lot of these videos, there's a lot of cuts. There's a ton of cuts. Like, oh, no, never mind, I didn't mean to say that. Never mind, I didn't mean to say that. So you're not really getting the whole human. And I would bet a lot of these people are actually pretty cool to hear them and in their thoughts and just speaking out. It streams of thought. I think it'd be pretty cool because you get to hear, to me, what that basically means is like, I want to hear. I don't want someone to hit record 1,000 times to give me the perfect cut of what they did. I want to see every single mistake they made as a human. And so, first of all, I can see them learning through their mistakes. So I understand the mistakes that are out there as well that other people make too, because we are all humans, not just people. We're humans. And I think that it's very similar to when you hear like the released tapes from famous musicians or something like that, or any musicians, and you never heard them before because they were just put away in a closet and no one ever like shared those with you. And that's the way I see thoughts and these recordings that people do, and they get the perfect cut. They get the perfect cut, and you never get to see all the other thoughts that came out that they thought weren't good enough or they weren't sufficient for the subject. And I think that's something that's not very healthy, and I think that relinquishes a lot of the powers of YouTube and knowledge sharing if it's just a big video editing contest, an audio editing contest. I think it's really important for everyone to hear everyone in their full self to express themselves. So that's why I play music, and that's my journey along this way, is to find the best way, is my best way to express myself is on this instrument many times, and there's other ways to express myself, but I've found that this is it. I can get a lot of myself out, but I'm still searching for my voice, which is why you'll hear my voice change. You'll see the type of music that I play change over time, and then come back to the other stuff, and that's because I come back to it after learning all different other songs, and I do it differently. And I'll play the same probably 40, 50 songs for the most of my life and enjoy it every single bit, and not having to keep adding songs, learning more songs just for the sake of it. So that is all under this subject of how to make money. Not make money, excuse me. All of that is under the subject of how to not make money, okay? So you want to, matter of fact, you know what? Since this is live, what I'll do is I'll take that away, okay? And we'll bring that back in a second, because this is some good content that I'd love to share. So I believe that there are many things we're missing out on in the YouTube world and the social media world in general, due to the fact that a lot of creators hit record many times to get what they believe to be the perfect cut. And that could mean that we're losing pieces of information that are important that we didn't hear because they didn't think that information was relevant, but it could have helped us. Or someone playing an instrument or doing anything of skill or things that take time to build up. You see them making those mistakes and not editing those out. And, all my live streams are here to view. This is what becomes my content, is my live stream. I make cuts off of this. So it would be amazing if that started more often. We started to see that more often, because we could see as humanity and hear more information from all of these creative minds without them, prejudging themselves that it's not good enough of what they said. And they'll cut, record. It's not like that. Life doesn't happen like that, but it's bottled up in that way in social media. So I personally think, you know what? I'm turning this up. There it is. All right, now we're good. So I personally think that an example that I would come up with here is basically think about how a musician writes a bunch of music, and then only certain ones make it to the album, and later on they start to release different albums after the musician might even be passed away. They might have died, but okay, here's the archives. And some of that sometimes is the best music that we never got to hear because everything was so heavily edited that it never made it out to the world. And that's what's happening right now in this world of creation of YouTube. I think it's a fantastic and all of social media really, and I think it's a fantastic place for people to be able to express themselves to the rest of the world in whatever the way they want. But I don't think that has to be further edited and cut and cut and cut and cut and cut. It's interesting to see people and how they think whenever they're just talking and improvising upon the situation, being with themselves. It's pretty cool to see that. So anyways, that's that. So one of the big things I was going to talk about today, I was thinking about this, how to not make money, right? So we don't want that. We want this. How to not make money. There we go. So how to not make money. So the thoughts right there, yep, and they're coming out of this head. So however you want to interpret them. So basically, I was sitting there thinking, you come to a point in your life that, money serves a purpose, and you see that. But it doesn't become as important as it was when you were growing up or maturing, in essence, because even the rich will think that way in most cases. Money just becomes money at that point. It's not a thing that it's the only thing that they're after. So money, going after that, whenever you can make money, and you've learned how to make money your whole life and survive. So if we turn that on its head and said, how to not make money, well, instead of making money, think about making an impact. What kind of impact can you make as a human for the world? And a practice that I would say is healthy would be to close your eyes and think about, what was a time that I was very challenged and thought I was going nowhere in life, in the sense of life. And all of a sudden, fast forward all the way to now and open your eyes and say, hey, what did I do to get out of that situation? What strength did I call upon to have that much of an impact on my life? And of course, along that way, other lives, because it spreads like wildfire that those positive impacts do. So to sum this up, how to not make money how to sum this up, how to not make money is make a big impact instead and see what happens after that. All right. There's that one. Take it off the screen. All right. So, oh boy. So, the next thing is, EcoFlow. Oh man. So I get highly obsessed with things. I mean, music, tractors, gardening, cameras, lights, action, everything. And that's why this is ADD loops. I think that a lot of people do get into a lot of things, and it all comes down to how much time, money, and patience that you have. Mostly patience, because you generally will get, money in time. So you get money and time in time. It's pretty interesting stuff how the world just kind of happens if you just stay at things and keep working at it. So my latest thing that I've gotten into is solar batteries. We've had I say a lot of power outages. That's overdoing it pretty much. But we have had some power outages, and I have a sump pump in my basement that's right back there. So this is a pretty expensive area of studio computers and audio stuff and amps and guitars, all sorts of stuff. Although insurances should pay for that in most cases, they're known not to sometimes. I'm very particular on making sure that sump pump is going to be working in the power outage. And so what I have discovered is solar batteries. They've been around for a while, but now they're coming a little bit more accessible. The marketing's getting a little better. The technology's getting better. They're still heavy as hell, though. So I've ran into a solar battery. It's called EcoFlow, and the particular model is Delta Pro. And this one has 3,200 kilowatt hours on it. No, 32 kilowatt, whatever. It's got freaking 3.2 kilowatt hours on it. And I had a smaller one that had 800 watts on it. So this one, the 3.2 kilowatt hour one, I hooked it up to my sump pump and recorded the results. This is, of course, whenever it came right out of the box on a fresh charge. And I put it down in my basement, hooked up my sump pump to it, and it ended up showing 3 days. It took 3 days to fully drain it, the battery on the EcoFlow. So the EcoFlow Delta Pro will run a sump pump, a half horsepower sump pump that runs a lot. My sump pump runs probably at least 4 times an hour. Like right now, it probably runs 10 times an hour because all the rain and the snow and everything like that is coming through the ground. The ground's heating up and everything like that. So the summer it probably runs once to maybe 4 times an hour, but it runs a lot. And at its height, at its peak of running right now, the EcoFlow Delta Pro got 3 days of usage out of that, which is pretty impressive. It's 72 hours of backup power for my sump pump alone. And I have another one of them because they're giving out tax credits, and there's a lot of pretty good deals on them right now in general. So I'm building my system out to get more energy dependent upon off the grid. So I'm going to build out solar panels and figure out other energy sources to sustain my home for whenever the inevitable happens and more power outages come, because these trees are old. Telephone poles are just like snapping off and falling in the street and stuff like that. I should have got some pictures of it. I was riding around. I didn't get any pictures. But the next power outage, I'll get pictures. So the EcoFlow Delta Pro is an incredible source to back up a sump pump. And again, in my case, I have a sump pump that goes at peak heights 10 times an hour. And it has 3 days of usage on that level of usage, and it's about a 7-foot lift. So it's working a little bit. And yeah, that's it. So that's like the EcoFlow Delta Pro. And that's the next part. So the last part is I have started or going to be starting. I'm going to be starting massage school. So ultimately, that starts next year, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. I signed up, and just always have been interested in some element of human touch, things like that. I think a lot of us are lacking it. Touch. It's becoming more prevalent that we need that, and it's going to be even more prevalent when the metaverse kicks in. Even more people have headsets walking around everywhere, and they're gonna have neck pain, like we already do with working at computers and things like that. So I think massage school is going to be a great place where I can make a very big impact in the world, because I want to actually help people. So, all right. So the next thing that I wanted to do, I think I'll save that one for next time. The next time I'm going to talk about backgrounds. I'm going to talk about the chicken or the egg. And after kind of digging into a lot of different philosophy, the way that I'm starting to feel about that, I don't have an answer. I don't think anyone has that answer, but I think a healthier way to think about things. So you can think about it in the concept of life, instead of creationism and things of that nature. Trying to get it away from that So, anyways, I'm not getting into it. So now I'm just gonna jam for a little bit, see what kind of happens here. All right. Let's see if I can add some maybe some piano or just some type of a synth in here. See what I got. Nope. What key do I want this to be? I'll take E minor. Yep. Some flutter by. Okay. Yeah. But I'll make it a new loop. See, I left the mic on, so I gotta turn the mic off before I do that. I'm gonna keep the mic off for a while, so I won't be saying much. I'm just gonna jam. Sometimes I feel the fear of uncertainty stinging clear, and I can't help but ask myself how much I let fear take the wheel and steer. It's driven me before, and it seems to have a vague haunting mass appeal. Lately I'm beginning to find when I drive, some of my light is found. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. With open arms and open eyes, yeah. With open arms and open eyes, yeah. So if I decide to waver my chance to be one of the hive, well, I choose water over wine and hold my own and drive. Would you choose? You here before, look you in the eyes, you're just like an angel. Skin makes me cry, and you float like a feather. This beautiful world, it's so fucking special. You wish I was special, but I'm a creep. Well, I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? Well, I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I have control. 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 want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. It's so fucking special. You wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. But she's running out the door. And she's running out. She runs, she runs, she runs. She runs. She runs. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever you want. So fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Let's try to play something a little uppity here. Get a little bit more groove. It's one I haven't done in a while. I screwed up that lyric on Incubus Drive, so let's see what I screwed up. It's that second part. The second, no, remind me later. I like that idea. Drive, there it is. Okay, so it's driven me for, but lately I'm beginning to find that I should be the one behind the wheel. And then he says, it's driven me before. Okay, yeah. And it seems to be the way that everyone else gets around, but lately I'm beginning to find so. It's driven me before, seems to have a vague, haunting mass appeal. It's driven me before, seems to have a vague, haunting mass appeal. But lately I'm beginning to find I should be the one behind the wheel. One behind the wheel. Should be the one. Lately, I'm beginning to find. All right. So So it's driven me before. It seems to be the way. It seems to have a vague haunting mass appeal that everyone else gets around. It's driven me before, and it seems to be the way that everyone else gets around. But lately, I'm beginning to find that when I drive myself, my light is found. Such a cool song. So it's vague, haunting mass appeal. So he's saying, these lyrics kick my ass, even though they're not very hard. They're good lyrics. It's driven me before. Sometimes I feel the fear of uncertainty stinging clear, and I can't help but ask myself how much I'll let the fear take the wheel and steer. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So sometimes, drive Incubus, sometimes I feel the fear of uncertainty stinging clear, and I can't help but ask myself how much I let the fear take the wheel and steer. It's crazy. It's pretty awesome stuff. It's driven me before, and it seems to have a vague, haunting. It's driven me before, and it seems to have a vague, haunting mass appeal. But lately I'm beginning to find that I should be the one behind the wheel. So he's tired of the fear of driving him, and he wants to take control of his own life. It's pretty cool. Or whoever wrote that song wanted to do that. And I would think it'd be the band wrote that, but you never know. But lately I'm beginning to find, whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. Yep, everything's positive. But then it goes back to, so if I decide to waver my chance to be one of the hive, will I choose water over wine and hold my own and drive? Ow, for the lyrics. It's driven me before, and it seems to be the way that everyone else gets around. But lately, I'm beginning to find that when I drive, my light is found. Such a cool song. Anyways, that's it. I like that song a lot. I guess that's the end of the stream. I've got enough content to content cut this next couple of weeks. And some more coming soon. Thanks for watching this if you watched it afterwards, or if you logged on to the stream, saw a couple of people come and go. And I appreciate that no matter what you give for your time and attention, because we don't have much of that. Have a nice week.